with us. Let's get you some more news from the city and the state. The State Bank of India's Chennai branch, in association with Med India Services and Mohan Foundation, has launched a community service called Community Service Banking. Now, the scheme is meant to provide medical and banking assistance to the needy in rural Tamil Nadu. The service entails medical help wherein one van will be carrying patients to the doctors from rural parts, while another will be carrying a team of doctors to the actual rural villages. Banking assistance, which will also be provided. In fact, that's going to be through a simultaneous venture where the SBI will be carrying a van to the rural areas on predetermined days for their regular help.
As a part of our financial inclusion, which means that bringing more and more people within the reach of banking. So large number of our people are not able to come to our branches because they are far away. They are not able to travel. So now we are taking a step that the bank will go to the villages. So these vans, twice a week, they will camp in particular villages at a predetermined time and be there for 2 hours in a day, so that the village people can come to the van and transact their business as if they are doing their banking business there itself.
Now, the MOP Vaishnav College for Women in the city held a social media summit. In fact, here in this conclave, tactics on advertising and making mileage of a social cause on a social networking platform were highlighted in the lectures. The organization PETA held an exclusive talk on their use of the platform for the cause of free and fair treatment of animals and shared their success stories as well. In some sports news, something to bite for Jammy fans. Expect Rahul Dravid, the Wall, to play an important role against the Windies in Tests, just as he did versus England recently. Here's Mr. Consistent in conversation with NDTV's Rika Roy.
Rahul, thank you very much for talking to us. It is said when one road comes to an end, another road opens. We saw a new you in England. Is that going to continue in Australia?
I hope so. There's West Indies before that, so Australia's a fair way away. I think got to focus in against the West Indies first, coming up in 2-3 weeks' time. So yeah, I hope so. I hope I can keep the form going. It's a new series. I'll have to start from fresh and start from zero every innings.
Right. Any targets you are going to set for yourself for the CD, for the Australia series and the West Indies series, getting India back to #1?
Not really in terms of runs. I think target I set myself usually is to play good cricket and try and make an important contribution and to prepare well, to go to every test match and go to every day of test match knowing that I've fully prepared both physically, mentally, emotionally. So that won't change, and we'll just play the game and enjoy it hopefully.
And your remedy to get back to #1, I believe you will also be a part of the BCCI's committee to decide on and discuss on India's future foreign tours.
Oh, I don't think, I'm not sure about that, and I don't think so, but the remedy is that we've got to just learn from the series and keep looking to get better and keep
You've
improving.
said in one interview about India making the most of the fast bowling attack it has. Is that true? More than Indian batting, bowling needs to work?
I think to win test matches you need bowlers to take wickets. I mean, it's not rocket science that you need 20 wickets to win a test match, and unless you can have bowlers who, history of game shows you that if the West Indies have dominated in the 80s or Australia dominated in the 90s, it was they had world-class bowling attacks, and so that's not rocket science. So obviously that's a critical area of the game that not only India, I think everyone will be focusing on trying and develop, and England seem to have that at the moment. They seem to have a good attack and a good bowling attack. So it's an area that we would keep looking to develop, as I guess we would have been before the series or at any stage.
Well, the humble legend there, just the way you love him. And finally, before we wrap, another legend who's unfortunately no longer with us. We remember this balladeer who composed his own lyrics and music, Dr. Bhupen Hazarika, who's been a genius for weaving a magical tapestry out of traditional Assamese music and lyrics. He was regarded as one of the greatest living cultural communicators of South Asia. We remember the legend through his music and leave you with one of his renditions. Enjoy your weekend. Good night.
दिल हुम करे घबराए घन धम धम करे कर जाए एक बूंद कभी पानी की मोरी अखियों से बरसाए दिल हुम हुम करे घबराए, घन धम धम करे गर जाए, एक बूंद कभी पानी की मोरी